What if I told you there's a secret, a powerful one, that could completely transform the way men perceive and value you? Have you ever wondered why some women effortlessly capture a man's admiration, while others struggle to hold his attention? Let's be honest. The world is full of advice that focuses on superficial charm, looks, trends, and fleeting tricks. But here's the truth no one tells you. Being valued by a man, truly and deeply, goes far beyond the surface. Now, here's where things get exciting. Imagine stepping into your own power, radiating confidence, mystery, and allure so irresistible that he can't help but hold you in the highest regard. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, it's not just a fantasy, it's entirely possible. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Society has fed us so many misconceptions about what men want. Be quiet, they say. Be perfect, be accommodating. But none of that works, not in the long run. This isn't about changing who you are, it's about becoming more of who you truly are. And I'm going to guide you through it step by step. Each part of this journey will open your eyes to truths that have been hiding in plain sight, truths that will help you unlock an entirely new level of love and respect in your relationships. Let's dive into the first transformative step. Valuing yourself first. This is where it all begins. 1. The mindset shift. Valuing yourself first. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly appreciated yourself? Not for what you do or how you look, but for who you are. If your answer is not often or never, don't worry, you're not alone. Most women have been conditioned to seek validation outside themselves. But here's the twist. No man can value you deeply unless you value yourself first. Why? Because confidence is magnetic. When you radiate self-worth, it's like sending a signal to the universe and to him that you are someone worth cherishing. So how do you start this transformation? It begins with understanding your own worth. First, take a moment to reflect. Are you setting boundaries in your life? Or are you constantly bending over backward to please others? When you prioritize everyone else's needs at the expense of your own, you're unintentionally sending the message that your time and energy are less valuable. Stop. It's time to reclaim your power. Here's an actionable step. Start small. Say no to one thing this week that doesn't serve you. Whether it's an unnecessary favor or a task that drains you, practice asserting yourself. This simple act reinforces to yourself and others that you value your time and energy. But valuing yourself goes deeper than just boundaries. Let's talk about self-talk. How often do you criticize yourself? Do you find yourself thinking, I'm not enough or I'll never be good at this? Those negative thoughts aren't just harmless, they shape your reality. Think of them as the lens through which you see the world. It's time to rewrite the script. Replace self-criticism with affirmations of strength. For example, I am resilient. I am capable. I deserve love and respect. This isn't just fluff, it's rewiring your brain to believe in your worth. And trust me, when you believe it, the world and he will believe it too. Now, let's talk about Stoicism, a philosophy that's all about focusing on what you can control. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control how you respond. A Stoic mindset teaches you to remain calm and grounded, even when things get tough. Think of it as the foundation of your self-worth. No matter what's happening around you, you know your value. That calm, unshakable energy, men find it absolutely captivating. And let's not forget about self-care, the love you give to yourself. This isn't just about spa days or face masks, though those are wonderful. Self-care is about nourishing your mind, body, and soul. Read that book that inspires you. Take that walk in nature. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. When you treat yourself with care, you send a powerful message to the world. I am worthy of love, including my own. So here's your challenge. Spend the next week practicing this mindset shift. Value yourself in the way you want to be valued. Speak to yourself like you would to a dear friend. Set those boundaries. Embrace stoicism. And watch how the energy you put out begins to change. When you start valuing yourself, something magical happens. Men notice. They can't help but admire the quiet confidence of a woman who knows her worth. And when you master this step, you'll be amazed at how it lays the foundation for everything else to come. Are you ready to take this journey further? Because next we're diving into the art of keeping him intrigued, without losing yourself in the process. Stay with me, because the secrets you're about to uncover are going to change the game. 2. The power of mystery. Keeping him intrigued. Let's get real for a moment. Have you ever felt like you gave too much, too soon in a relationship, only to find the excitement fizzle out faster than you expected? Maybe you shared every detail about your life, or constantly made yourself available to him, thinking it would bring you closer. But here's the truth. Mystery isn't about playing games, it's about holding on to a part of yourself that keeps him endlessly curious. Think about it. What's more captivating? A book that reveals its ending on the first page, or one that pulls you into its story, page by page, with twists and turns that keep you hooked? You, my dear, are that book. And the secret to being a page-turner lies in embracing your passions, independence, and individuality. Here's the thing. Men are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand. It's not manipulation, it's human nature. When you're too quick to lay all your cards on the table, you take away the thrill of discovery. Instead, focus on maintaining your sense of self, a life so rich and fulfilling that it sparks his intrigue. So, how do you do this? Start by prioritizing your passions. Do you love painting, traveling, writing, or cooking? Pursue those interests wholeheartedly, and don't feel the need to explain every detail to him. When he sees you immersed in something you love, it's like a magnet. He'll want to know more. Remember, the woman he values is the one who values her own life. Here's a challenge. The next time you're on a date or chatting with him, let him ask the questions. When he asks about your weekend, share something interesting but not everything. For example, instead of saying, "I watched a movie and had brunch with friends," try, "I had the most inspiring conversation with someone who changed how I think about success." Then stop. Let him lean in. Let him want to hear the rest. And let's not forget about independence, one of the most magnetic qualities you can possess. Men love women who have their own lives, goals, and routines. Why? Because it shows you're not looking for someone to complete you, you're looking for someone to complement your already fulfilling life. It's the balance between connection and autonomy that creates lasting attraction. Now, here's where it gets fun, embracing the art of surprise. Men adore women who keep them on their toes. This doesn't mean being unpredictable in a chaotic way. It's about breaking routines to keep things exciting. Maybe you suggest a spontaneous road trip, or surprise him with a handwritten note after a great date. Small, thoughtful actions that show your creativity and depth can leave a lasting impression. But let's be clear. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about being hard to get, because you're busy living a life you love. That's the essence of mystery. When a man sees that you're not afraid to put yourself first, he'll want to be part of your world, not just the center of it. Stoicism comes into play here, too. When you're grounded in your values, you're less likely to over-explain, overthink, or overshare. A Stoic woman knows that not everything needs to be said. Sometimes the most powerful statement is silence. This quiet confidence creates an air of mystery that leaves him captivated. So, what's your next move? Take a moment to think about the parts of your life that light you up. Are you pursuing them fully? Are you keeping a little magic for yourself? Or are you giving everything away too soon? Remember, the woman every man values isn't just an open book, she's a story worth discovering. If this resonates with you, here's your chance to engage. Like this video and comment number 1 if you're ready to embrace your power of mystery. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more transformative insights. The journey we're on together is just getting started, and you don't want to miss what's next. In the next section, we'll uncover the secrets to building emotional connections that go beyond surface-level attraction. Trust me, it's the kind of knowledge that will change your relationships forever. 3. The art of emotional connection. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. When was the last time you truly felt seen and understood by someone? Not just in passing conversations, but on a deep, soul-stirring level. That feeling, that unshakable bond, is what emotional connection is all about. And when you master the art of creating this connection, you don't just become a woman he values, you become unforgettable. Here's the truth. Most men aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for authenticity, for someone they can trust, and for someone who makes them feel safe to be themselves. The art of emotional connection is not about overwhelming him with your feelings or fixing his problems. It's about building a bridge of understanding between you, one moment at a time. So how do you create that connection? It starts with vulnerability. I know vulnerability can feel scary. It's like opening a door to your heart and hoping it's met with kindness. But here's the magic. Vulnerability, when balanced with emotional stability, is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's saying, here I am, imperfections and all, and I trust you enough to let you see me. And when you extend that trust, it invites him to do the same. A practical way to practice vulnerability is through storytelling. The next time you're sharing something about yourself, don't just stick to the surface-level details. Instead of saying, I love my job, try, I love my job, because it gives me a chance to help people in ways I never thought possible. But there are days when I doubt myself, and that's been a growth journey for me. Notice how this shifts the tone. It's honest, real, and opens the door for him to share his own experiences. But vulnerability alone isn't enough. It must be paired with empathy. Empathy is the glue that holds emotional connection together. It's about truly listening, not just hearing the words, but understanding the feelings behind them. When he tells you about his stressful day, resist the urge to jump in with advice. Instead, say, that sounds tough. How did that make you feel? This simple act of acknowledgement creates a safe space for him to open up. Here's where the beauty of Stoicism comes into play. Emotional connection doesn't mean absorbing his emotions or letting them overwhelm you. A Stoic woman remains calm and centered, even when her partner is navigating emotional turbulence. This doesn't mean you're detached, it means you're present without losing yourself. That steadiness is something men deeply admire. Now, let's talk about timing. Emotional connection isn't something you force, it's something you nurture. Sometimes the most powerful connections are formed in silence, sharing a sunset, enjoying a quiet moment together, or simply being present without words. These moments create intimacy without pressure, and they speak volumes about your bond. One of the most overlooked elements of emotional connection is appreciation. Think about how it feels when someone genuinely appreciates you, not just for what you do, but for who you are. Why not extend that same grace to him? Recognize his efforts, his dreams, and even the little things he does that make your life better. A heartfelt "I really admire the way you handled" that can mean more than you realize. But here's the catch. Don't lose yourself in the process. Emotional connection isn't about putting his needs above your own. It's about meeting each other in the middle. When you honor your feelings and hold space for his, you create a relationship that feels balanced and fulfilling. So here's a question for you. Are you ready to explore the depths of emotional connection? Are you willing to let down your walls, show your authentic self, and hold space for him to do the same? Because when you do, You're not just creating a bond, you're building a foundation that can weather any storm. This is where the magic of relationships truly begins. And as we continue this journey, you'll uncover even more ways to strengthen your connection and become the woman every man values. In the next section, we'll explore the irresistible magnetism of feminine energy and how to tap into it authentically. Stay with me, because it's about to get even better. 4. Feminine energy, the magnetism he can't resist. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift? Perhaps it was the way someone carried themselves, an effortless combination of confidence, grace, and warmth that seemed to draw people in. That's the power of feminine energy. It's not about looks or charm, it's about embodying an essence that radiates from within. And here's the secret. When you embrace this energy, you become irresistible, not just to him, but to the world. Let's start with a simple question. What does feminine energy mean to you? Many people confuse it with weakness or submission, but nothing could be further from the truth. Feminine energy is about openness, creativity, intuition, and nurturing your authentic self. It's the yin to masculine energy's yang, and together, they create a dynamic balance that is deeply attractive. But here's the twist. Feminine energy is not about conforming to outdated stereotypes. It's not about being perfectly soft or playing the damsel in distress. Instead, it's about reclaiming the parts of yourself that society often tells you to suppress, your emotions, your emotion, your ability to flow with life, instead of fighting against it. So how do you tap into this energy? It begins with presence. Feminine energy thrives in the moment. Think about it. When was the last time you truly let yourself be present? Not rushing to the next task, not planning your response, but simply existing in the here and now. This is where your power lies. When you're fully present, you invite him to do the same, creating a space of connection that's hard to ignore. One way to cultivate presence is through mindfulness. Practice taking deep breaths, slowing down, and noticing the world around you. Whether you're enjoying a cup of coffee or having a conversation with him, let yourself sink into the experience. This grounded energy isn't just calming, it's magnetic. Another aspect of feminine energy is receptivity. This doesn't mean passively waiting for things to happen. It means being open to receiving love, kindness, and opportunities without resistance. Too often we block our blessings by feeling undeserving or trying to control everything. Instead, lean into the flow of life. When he offers help, a compliment, or his affection, accept it graciously. That openness signals to him and the universe that you're ready to embrace abundance. Now let's talk about creativity. Feminine energy thrives on creation, whether it's through art, ideas, or nurturing relationships. When you let yourself explore your passions, you become a beacon of inspiration. Maybe you pick up that hobby you've been putting off, or you infuse creativity into everyday moments, like writing a heartfelt note or planning a unique date idea. These expressions of your inner world are not only fulfilling for you but also captivating to him. Balancing strength with softness is another key element of feminine energy. Society often tells us we have to be one or the other, either tough as nails or endlessly accommodating. But the truth is, you can be both. You can hold your boundaries firmly while speaking with kindness. You can be independent while welcoming his support. This duality creates a dynamic energy that men find utterly irresistible. A stoic mindset complements feminine energy beautifully. While feminine energy flows with emotion and intuition, stoicism provides the anchor that keeps you grounded. This balance means you can express yourself authentically without being overwhelmed by the highs and lows of life. Imagine how powerful it is to be both deeply in touch with your feelings and calmly centered at the same time. That's the kind of energy that draws him closer. And let's not underestimate the power of joy. Feminine energy shines brightest when it's rooted in happiness and gratitude. When you find joy in the small things, A sunny day, a kind gesture, a moment of laughter, you radiate an energy that's impossible to resist. Men are naturally drawn to women who bring light into their lives because it amplifies their own joy. So, how do you bring all of this together? The next time you're with him, or even alone, practice embodying your feminine energy. Slow down, smile more, and allow yourself to feel fully. Let your intuition guide you, and trust that your presence is enough. Remember, it's not about trying to be something, it's about letting yourself be fully. Here's your chance to take action. If this resonates with you, like this video and comment number 1 to let me know you're ready to step into your feminine power. And don't forget to subscribe for even more insights and strategies to transform your relationships. Together, we're building a movement of self-love and empowerment that will change the way you approach life and love. In the next section, we're diving into why building a life that excites you is the ultimate magnet for his admiration. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Stay with me, you're becoming unstoppable. 5. Building a life that excites you. Imagine this. You're living a life that makes you jump out of bed every morning, excited about what lies ahead. A life so rich and fulfilling that it doesn't just light you up, it inspires everyone around you, including him. This is the power of building a life that excites you, and it's one of the most magnetic traits you can possess. Here's the truth. Men are deeply attracted to women who are passionate about their lives. Why? Because passion is contagious. When you're genuinely excited about your world, whether it's your career, your hobbies, or the dreams you're chasing, it sends a clear message. You don't need someone to complete you. You're already whole, and that wholeness is what draws him in. Let's start with an honest question. What parts of your life truly excite you? If the answer doesn't come easily, don't worry. Many of us get so caught up in responsibilities and routines that we forget to nurture the things that make us feel alive. But here's the good news. It's never too late to reignite that spark. Begin by exploring your passions. What activities make you lose track of time? What topics light you up in conversation? Whether it's painting, dancing, starting a business, or volunteering, lean into those things that bring you joy. When you're living passionately, it shows, and it's irresistible. But building a life that excites you isn't just about hobbies, it's about creating a sense of purpose. Purpose gives you direction, fulfillment, and a reason to keep growing. It's not about having all the answers, it's about finding meaning in the journey. Men are naturally drawn to women who have a sense of purpose because it shows that you're driven by something bigger than yourself. Another powerful way to cultivate an exciting life is through self-discovery. Take time to learn about yourself, your strengths, your values, your dreams. When you understand who you are and what you stand for, you can design a life that reflects your true self. This authenticity isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. Here's something to consider. Are you prioritizing self-care and personal growth? When you invest in your well-being, whether through exercise, mindfulness, or learning something new, you're signaling to the world and him that you value yourself. And when you value yourself, others can't help but do the same. Independence is another cornerstone of a fulfilling life. A woman who has her own goals, routines, and interests creates a sense of intrigue. It's not about being unavailable. It's about showing that you're committed to your growth and happiness. When you're excited about your own journey, you inspire him to be excited about it too. This is where Stoicism offers valuable guidance. By focusing on what you can control, your mindset, your actions, your responses, you cultivate resilience and peace. A Stoic approach to life allows you to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Imagine how powerful it feels to approach life's ups and downs with grace and determination. That steady energy not only fuels your personal fulfillment, but also inspires admiration from others. Now let's talk about relationships. When you're building a life that excites you, you're not just a partner, you're a source of inspiration. Instead of relying on him to entertain or fulfill you, you bring excitement into the relationship by sharing your adventures, dreams, and experiences. This creates a dynamic of mutual growth and exploration that strengthens your bond. But here's the most important part. Don't build an exciting life to impress him. Build it for you. When you're genuinely invested in your happiness and fulfillment, it naturally radiates outward. Men are captivated by women who are unapologetically themselves, living their lives with passion and purpose. So here's your challenge. Take a moment to reflect on what excites you most. Are you making space for it in your life? If not, what's one small step you can take today to change that? Maybe it's signing up for that class you've been eyeing, planning a solo trip, or simply setting aside time for something you love. Whatever it is, start now. The life you build for yourself will not only fulfill you, it will inspire everyone lucky enough to be part of it. In the next section, we'll uncover how understanding his needs and desires can deepen your connection and make you even more irresistible. Get ready to dive even deeper into what makes relationships thrive. This journey is just getting started, and so are you. 6. Understanding his needs and desires. Have you ever wondered what makes a man feel truly valued in a relationship? What separates a fleeting connection from a bond he cherishes forever? The answer lies in understanding his needs and desires, not just the surface-level wants, but the deeper emotional needs that define his sense of fulfillment and security. And when you master this, you unlock the door to a relationship built on mutual respect, admiration, and love. Let's start with a truth that many overlook. Men, just like women, crave emotional safety. While society often conditions them to suppress their feelings and appear strong, the truth is, they long for a safe space to express their vulnerabilities. When you become that safe haven, someone who listens without judgment and supports him without trying to fix him, you create a connection that's both rare and deeply meaningful. So, how do you provide that emotional safety? Start by practicing active listening. The next time he shares something, whether it's about his work, his dreams, or his worries, resist the urge to interrupt or offer solutions. Instead, focus on understanding him. A simple response like, "That sounds challenging, how are you feeling about it?" can make all the difference. This shows him that you're not just hearing his words, you're connecting with his emotions. But emotional safety isn't the only need men value. They also seek appreciation. Men want to feel that their efforts, no matter how big or small, are noticed and valued. Have you ever thanked him for doing something thoughtful, even if it seemed minor? Maybe he held the door open for you, made you laugh after a tough day, or supported you when you needed it most. A heartfelt "I really appreciate how you always make me feel supported" can have a profound impact. Here's a secret. When you acknowledge the good in him, it inspires him to do more of it. Men are natural providers, not just in a material sense but emotionally as well. When they see that their efforts are appreciated, it reinforces their desire to protect and nurture you. It's a positive cycle that deepens your bond. Another critical element of understanding his needs is recognizing the importance of respect. Respect doesn't just mean agreeing with him or avoiding conflict. It means honoring his individuality, his dreams, and his boundaries. It means showing him that you believe in his potential and that you see him as your equal. A man who feels respected will move mountains for the woman who holds him in high regard. But let's be clear. Meeting his needs doesn't mean neglecting your own. Relationships thrive when both partners feel valued and understood. This is where Stoicism becomes a powerful tool. By maintaining a calm, balanced approach to your emotions and focusing on what you can control, you create an environment where mutual respect and understanding flourish. When he sees that you're steady, supportive, and self-assured, it inspires him to bring the same energy to the relationship. Now, let's talk about his desires. Men are often drawn to women who inspire them to be their best selves. This doesn't mean trying to fix or change him. It's about being a source of encouragement and positivity. When you believe in his dreams and celebrate his victories, no matter how small, you become his greatest ally. That kind of support is priceless, and it deepens the bond between you. But what about physical connection? While emotional and intellectual bonds are critical, men also value physical intimacy as a way to feel close and connected. This doesn't just mean sex, it includes affectionate gestures like holding hands, a warm hug, or even playful teasing. These small acts of touch communicate love and reinforce your connection in ways words often can't. So, how do you balance all of this? By being authentic. Don't try to meet his needs and desires in a way that feels forced or unnatural. Instead, focus on building a relationship where your support, respect, and appreciation come from a genuine place. When he feels that authenticity, it fosters trust and strengthens your bond. Now let's engage. If you're ready to understand and meet the deeper needs of the man in your life, like this video and comment number 1 to show that you're committed to creating meaningful connections. And don't forget to subscribe for even more insights into becoming the woman every man values. The journey we're on together is about empowerment, self-discovery, and building relationships that last. In the next section, we'll explore how to communicate with confidence and clarity, turning difficult conversations into opportunities for growth and connection. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. 7. Communicating with confidence and clarity. Have you ever hesitated to say what's on your mind, fearing it might push him away or lead to conflict? Or maybe you've spoken up but felt your words weren't truly heard. Communication is the bridge between two hearts, and mastering the art of confident and clear communication is essential to becoming the woman every man values. Here's the key. Effective communication isn't about talking more, it's about saying what matters in a way that resonates. Men value women who express themselves authentically, without fear or manipulation. It's not about being loud or forceful, it's about knowing your worth and speaking from a place of calm assurance. The first step to confident communication is clarity. Before diving into a conversation, take a moment to reflect on what you want to say and why it matters. Are you sharing to connect, resolve an issue, or express a need? When you're clear about your intention, your words become more purposeful and impactful. Let's talk about expressing your needs. Too often we tiptoe around what we truly want, hoping the other person will just get it. But men appreciate directness when it's paired with kindness. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard sometimes, and I'd love it if we could talk about that." Notice how this approach invites understanding instead of defensiveness. But communication isn't just about what you say, it's also about how you listen. Active listening is a skill that can transform any relationship. When he's sharing, give him your full attention. Put away distractions, maintain eye contact, and respond with empathy. Phrases like, "That makes sense," or "I can see why you'd feel that way," show that you value his perspective, even if you don't agree. Timing is another crucial element. Have you ever tried to discuss something important when emotions were running high? It rarely ends well. Instead, practice the art of timing your conversations. If something's bothering you, take a moment to process your feelings before addressing it. A calm, thoughtful approach is far more effective than reacting in the heat of the moment. This is where Stoicism becomes your ally. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, emotions, and reactions, rather than trying to control others. When you approach conversations with emotional balance, it sets the tone for mutual respect and understanding. Imagine discussing a tough topic without anger or blame, but with grace and curiosity. That's the kind of communication men value. Now, let's address conflict. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship, but they don't have to be destructive. The goal isn't to win an argument, it's to find a solution that strengthens your bond. Start by expressing your feelings without assigning blame. For example, instead of saying, "You're always late," try, "I feel unimportant when plans don't go as scheduled. Can we work on this together?" This shifts the focus from criticism to collaboration. Don't underestimate the power of non-verbal communication. Your tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language can speak louder than words. A gentle tone and open posture signal that you're approaching the conversation with love and respect, even when discussing difficult topics. One of the most transformative aspects of communication is learning to apologize and forgive. Nobody's perfect, not you, not him. When you make a mistake, owning it with a sincere apology shows maturity and accountability. And when he apologizes, offering forgiveness without holding on to resentment creates space for growth and healing. But perhaps the most powerful form of communication is silence. Sometimes the best way to connect is simply to be present without words. Whether you're enjoying a quiet moment together or giving him space to process his thoughts, silence can be a profound way of showing understanding and respect. So how do you integrate all of this into your relationship? Start small. Practice expressing your feelings with clarity and confidence. Listen actively and respond with empathy. Approach disagreements with the intention of finding solutions, not assigning blame. And above all, stay grounded in your own values and emotions. Confident and clear communication isn't just about being heard, it's about creating a relationship where both partners feel seen, understood, and respected. When you master this, you don't just become the woman he values, you become the woman he can't imagine life without. In the next section, we'll explore how to become his partner, not his project, a dynamic that fosters respect, equality, and lasting love. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover even more of the secrets that make relationships thrive. 8. Becoming his partner, not his project. Have you ever found yourself falling into the role of a fixer? Maybe you've tried to help him become more organized, manage his emotions better, or even change habits you felt weren't serving him. While your intentions may come from a place of love, there's a fine line between being a supportive partner and turning the relationship into a one-sided project. Here's the truth. Men value women who see them as equals, not as puzzles to solve. Let's be clear, being a supportive partner is a beautiful thing. Encouraging his growth, celebrating his victories, and being there for him in tough times are all important parts of a healthy relationship. But problems arise when the dynamic shifts, and you find yourself constantly trying to fix or improve him. This can create tension, erode respect, and leave both of you feeling unfulfilled. So how do you avoid this trap? Start by embracing acceptance. One of the most powerful messages you can send to a man is, "I see you, and I value you just as you are." This doesn't mean ignoring flaws or settling for less than you deserve. It means recognizing that growth must come from within. He's not a project, he's a person. And when you show him that he doesn't need to be fixed to earn your love, you create a safe, supportive space where he can thrive on his own terms. Here's a question to ask yourself. Are you focusing on his potential more than his present? While it's natural to see the best in someone and want to help them achieve it, don't let potential overshadow reality. Celebrate who he is today, not just who he could become. When you focus on the present, you're building a relationship grounded in authenticity and mutual respect. This is where the concept of partnership becomes essential. A true partnership is about balance, giving and receiving, supporting and being supported. Instead of trying to lead or control his growth, shift your focus to growing together. Share your own goals, challenges, and dreams, and invite him to do the same. This dynamic of mutual encouragement fosters equality and strengthens your bond. Let's talk about respect. Men value women who respect their autonomy and individuality. This means trusting his ability to navigate his own life and make his own decisions. Instead of trying to guide him every step of the way, let him take the lead on his journey while standing by his side. Trust is a cornerstone of respect, and when he feels trusted, he'll value your partnership even more. Now, consider how Stoicism plays into this dynamic. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and reactions rather than trying to control others. When you embody a Stoic mindset, you approach the relationship with calmness, patience, and self-assurance. You're not trying to change him. You're working on being the best version of yourself. And that energy, it's magnetic. When he sees you grounded in your own growth, it inspires him to rise to the occasion. Another important aspect of being a partner, not a project manager, is letting go of perfection. No one is perfect, not you, not him. Accepting imperfection allows you to approach challenges with grace and understanding rather than frustration or disappointment. It also creates space for him to grow without fear of judgment. So, how do you navigate situations where you genuinely feel he could improve? The key is to approach it with collaboration, not control. For example, instead of saying, "You need to get better at communicating," try, "I feel like our communication could improve. What do you think we could do together to make it better?" This shifts the focus from blame to partnership and invites him to take ownership of his growth. And don't forget the power of leading by example. If there's an area where you'd like to see growth in him, start by embodying that growth yourself. Whether it's practicing better communication, maintaining a healthier lifestyle, or pursuing your own passions, your actions can inspire him far more effectively than words. As you embrace the role of a partner, you'll find that your relationship transforms into a space of mutual respect, support, and admiration. He won't just see you as someone who helps him grow, he'll see you as someone he grows with. And that's the kind of dynamic that makes a relationship thrive. If this resonates with you, like this video and comment number 1 to let me know you're ready to become the kind of partner every man values. And don't forget to hit subscribe for even more insights and strategies to elevate your relationships and become the woman he can't imagine his life without. In the next section, we'll explore the importance of maintaining your uniqueness in a relationship and how being unapologetically yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do. Trust me, it's a game changer. 9. Maintaining your uniqueness in the relationship. When you think about the women who leave a lasting impression, the ones who seem effortlessly captivating and unforgettable, what sets them apart? It's their individuality, their unapologetic embrace of who they are. In a world where it's easy to lose yourself in the pursuit of love, maintaining your uniqueness is not only powerful, it's essential. Here's a hard truth. Many women, often without realizing it, start to adapt themselves to fit into their partner's world. They take on his hobbies, his schedule, his interests, and slowly let their own passions fade into the background. While compromise is a healthy part of any relationship, losing your identity is not. When you maintain your individuality, you bring something truly special to the table, a sense of self that no one else can replicate. But how do you hold on to your uniqueness in a relationship? It starts with knowing who you are. Take a moment to reflect on the things that make you. You. What are your passions, quirks, and values? What lights you up, even when no one's watching? When you stay connected to these parts of yourself, you create a foundation of authenticity that strengthens your sense of self, no matter who you're with. Here's another important point. Your uniqueness isn't just something to be protected, it's something to be celebrated. Share your passions and interests with him, even if they're different from his. Whether it's a love for poetry, a knack for cooking, or a fascination with travel, letting him see what excites you allows him to appreciate the vibrant, multifaceted person you are. Your uniqueness isn't a barrier, it's a bridge that deepens your connection. But let's address the fear many women have. What if he doesn't like the real me? This fear often leads to hiding parts of yourself, trying to fit into a mold of what you think he wants. But here's the reality. The right man will not only accept your uniqueness, he'll cherish it. When you show up as your authentic self, you attract the kind of love that values you for who you truly are, not who you're pretending to be. Another powerful way to maintain your individuality is to keep nurturing your own life outside the relationship. This means prioritizing your friendships, pursuing your goals, and carving out time for your interests. When you have a life that excites and fulfills you, you bring a dynamic energy into the relationship that keeps it fresh and vibrant. And here's the best part. When he sees you thriving independently, it makes him even more drawn to you. This is where Stoicism can play a vital role. Stoicism teaches us to find strength within ourselves rather than seeking validation from others. When you approach your relationship with this mindset, you're less likely to lose yourself in it. Instead, you remain grounded in your values and identity, creating a sense of balance that benefits both you and him. Your inner strength and calmness become a beacon that draws him closer. But maintaining your uniqueness isn't just about independence, it's also about encouraging his. A healthy relationship is one where both partners feel free to be their authentic selves. Support his individuality, just as you protect your own. Celebrate his quirks, respect his need for personal time, and encourage his growth. This mutual respect creates a partnership where both of you can flourish without losing your sense of self. Let's not forget the importance of embracing your imperfections. Sometimes we try so hard to present a perfect version of ourselves that we forget the beauty of our flaws. Your quirks, your mistakes, your vulnerabilities, they're all part of what makes you human. When you embrace these aspects of yourself, you invite him to do the same. This creates a relationship built on authenticity and acceptance, rather than pretense. Finally, remember that your uniqueness isn't static, it evolves. As you grow, your interests, values, and dreams may change. Embrace this evolution and allow it to enrich your relationship. Share your growth with him, and encourage him to share his. When both partners are committed to growing individually and together, the relationship becomes a dynamic, ever-deepening bond. So here's the question. Are you staying true to yourself in your relationship? Are you celebrating your uniqueness and allowing it to shine? Or are you dimming your light to fit someone else's expectations? The woman every man values is the one who is unapologetically herself, vibrant, unique, and full of life. In the next and final section, we'll wrap up this transformative journey by exploring how embracing the journey of self-discovery leads to the kind of love and connection that lasts a lifetime. Stay with me, you're about to uncover the final piece of the puzzle. 10. Embracing the journey of self-discovery. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've uncovered so far. From valuing yourself first to maintaining your uniqueness, each step we've explored is part of a greater journey, the journey of self-discovery. And here's the truth that ties it all together. The woman every man values is the one who values herself enough to keep growing, evolving and embracing her authentic self. Self-discovery isn't a destination, it's a lifelong adventure. It's about peeling back the layers of who you are, finding new strengths, uncovering hidden passions, and navigating challenges with resilience. It's about understanding that you are not defined by your past, your mistakes, or your fears. You are defined by the choices you make and the love you give to yourself and others. So, what does it mean to embrace this journey fully? First, it means letting go of the need for perfection. There's beauty in imperfection, in the messy, unpredictable moments that shape who you are. Men are drawn to women who are real, not flawless. When you embrace your imperfections with grace and humor, you show him that you're comfortable in your own skin. And that confidence, it's magnetic. Another powerful aspect of self-discovery is curiosity about yourself, the world, and the people you love. Are you asking yourself the big questions? What brings you joy? What challenges you? What inspires you to wake up every day and keep striving for more? When you stay curious about life, you bring an energy to your relationship that keeps it vibrant and exciting. Let's talk about growth. Growth doesn't just happen, it's a choice. Are you stepping out of your comfort zone and challenging yourself to become better every day? Whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a dream, or working on your emotional resilience, personal growth isn't just rewarding, it's attractive. A woman who is committed to her own evolution inspires everyone around her, including him. And here's a crucial point. Self-discovery also means embracing solitude. In a world that constantly pushes us to seek validation from others, solitude is where you reconnect with your inner voice. It's where you learn to love your own company, find clarity in your thoughts, and gain the strength to stand tall, even when you're standing alone. Men value women who are at peace with themselves because that peace creates a foundation for a harmonious relationship. This is where Stoicism offers incredible guidance. By focusing on what you can control, your mindset, your actions, and your perspective, you create a sense of inner calm that grounds you in every situation. Imagine approaching your relationships with a calm, steady energy that inspires trust and admiration. That's the power of Stoicism, and it's a cornerstone of your self-discovery journey. Finally, embracing self-discovery means finding joy in the process. It's easy to get caught up in the end goal, the perfect relationship, the perfect life, but the real magic happens in the moments of growth, connection, and self-reflection along the way. When you celebrate the journey instead of rushing toward the outcome, you radiate a sense of gratitude and presence that makes you truly unforgettable. So, what's the next step on your journey? Start by taking a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Look back at the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the ways you've grown. Then, set an intention for where you want to go next. Maybe it's a new goal, a new mindset, or a new way of showing love to yourself and others. Whatever it is, commit to it with all your heart. And here's your opportunity to connect. If this journey resonates with you, like this video and comment number 1 to show that you're ready to embrace the incredible woman you are becoming. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and strategies that will empower you to transform your relationships and your life. As we close this chapter together, remember this: becoming the woman every man values isn't about changing who you are. It's about discovering the extraordinary person you've always been and letting that light shine. Thank you for being part of this journey. And here's to your continued growth, joy, and self-love. Until next time, stay radiant, stay powerful, and keep embracing your authentic self. As we come to the end of this transformative journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the power you hold. Becoming the woman every man values isn't about fitting into someone else's expectations. It's about unlocking the incredible potential that already exists within you. It's about stepping into your confidence, nurturing your passions, building emotional connections, and embracing the beautifully unique person you are. This journey isn't just about attracting someone else, it's about becoming the kind of woman who inspires, uplifts, and transforms the world around her. When you love yourself fully, when you radiate joy and authenticity, the right people, men, friends, opportunities will naturally be drawn to you. You won't have to chase love, because love will find you. So, what's next? It's time to take everything you've learned here and make it part of your life. Revisit the steps, reflect on the moments that resonated with you, and start implementing them in your daily actions. Growth doesn't happen all at once. It happens in the small, consistent choices you make to honor yourself and your journey. And remember, the real secret is that this isn't just about him. It's about you, your happiness, your self-discovery, and your capacity to live a life filled with meaning and love. When you make yourself a priority, you set the foundation for relationships that are healthy, balanced, and deeply fulfilling. If this video has sparked something within you, let's keep the conversation going. Like this video and comment number 1 if you're ready to embrace the woman you're becoming. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you can continue this journey with us. Together, we'll explore even more ways to grow, connect, and thrive in your relationships and beyond. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me today. Your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself is inspiring, and I'm honored to be part of your journey. Here's to your growth, your power, and the love you're destined to create. Until next time, keep shining. You've got this.